Good morning, everyone. Let's look at your markets for today. We do have a bit of a busy schedule on the economic calendar today. We've already seen some data release, the manufacturing PMI for China that's already come out. We've also seen business confidence on a Kiwi, as well as building approvals on the Aussie. So, although that was better than expected, it's still a negative value. So, it's not really as good for the Aussie as you would expect from the green. It's still negative. So building approvals still in the red, actually. We've got the gross domestic product quarterly and yearly uh, figures coming out for the pound in about 30 minutes. I do have a position open against the pound, so I will need to protect my position on that. We've also got Christine Lagarde speaking later today again. That's in about 2 hours from now, give or take. So we've got her speaking again, and we know what can happen when she talks. We've got the German unemployment changes and unemployment rates coming out. That's in about 2.5 hours. And then we've got the Euro CPI preliminaries. That shouldn't be too significant. I think Christine Lagarde speaking will have a much bigger impact than preliminary reports at the moment. So then we've also got gross domestic product and non-farm employment change on the greenback. So we've got figures on the dollar as well as on the Canadian dollar gross domestic product there. We could potentially trade them against each other for extra volume. If one is good, the other one's bad. It should shoot in one direction or the other. Then we've also got pending home sales on the dollar. That should be better than expected. Well, it could be forecast. It could be just above or equal to forecast. Then we've also got some other members speaking later today for the dollar. I'm not too worried about those. Nothing should happen from that. And then if you're an oil trader, we've got crude oil inventories. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the GDPs on the pound. That could move the market on the pound, and I've got a position open. So I'm looking forward to that. Seeing some volume on that could actually be in my favor. I do need to protect my position though, so I'll do that in a second. So look at your technical summaries. Indices, we've got the S&P down 0.48%, that's almost 5%. DAX down 0.35, FTSE down 0.51, Euro down 0.28. So that's almost neutral, slightly risk off, I would say. So we all know that the election is happening tomorrow. That could is it tomorrow? I think it's or the 3rd, sometime there. There's also been talks of the vaccine that was due to come out by the 1st. I'm not sure what the news is on that, but if that does come out, it'll be risk on again. So keep an eye on the news for that. Just follow someone on Twitter or go to Bloomberg Global News on YouTube. They'll definitely let you know what's happening. I'm going to have to watch that today as well. Okay, so we've got a slightly neutral, slightly risk-off sentiment. Let's look at your charts then. As you can see, I mentioned I have a position open in the euro pound. So let's go to that quickly, euro pound. So to protect myself, I do need to put a stop loss at break even. So I'm going to do that. Move it there, shift it back up. Now I've got a break even on that. Just to let you know, I closed out those dollar CAD trades at break even yesterday. I wasn't confident with it still going down. I think sentiment shifted. With it being a ranging market, there could have been a potential for a breakout, but it didn't happen. So I closed them out at break even, and lo and behold, what happened? It went up. So I'm quite happy that I closed them out, obviously. It is still ranging at the moment, even though we had a bit of a breakout of the triangle. It didn't come to fruition, so we're at the upper end of the triangle's resistance line now on that white line. So obviously we'll look at that in a second. Aussie yen, upper end of the triangle, so we could potentially see a break to the upside there. So yeah, I closed them out. Also, my euro yen trade took profit. I made a decent amount there, not too bad. So it did exactly what my indicator said it would do. So yeah, I could be happy with that. It's on a retrace now. So similarly with the Aussie yen, it's on the retrace. I'm still positive on it. As you can see, Aussie yen, that's that one. Still slightly positive. I'm gonna wait for this to start going up again. It might not. So we'll obviously be safe and put a break even in again. I don't think it'll be a reversal, but I'll watch. If watcher says it's turned, my indicator, if I get a little arrow to the downside again, then obviously I'll close out that position. And then on gold, I've scaled in again. I do feel that this is just a retrace and that it's supposed to go up further to this line. So let me just add the take profit for this one as well. There we go. So I scaled in with this one, looking to add some profits. I'm already in a profit there somewhat. So I added another position, and I'm expecting that it will trigger that line. I did speak about this yesterday about why. So I mean, I specifically remember saying that you could take one or split your trade in two and take profit one there and take profit two there. I'm scaling in, so it's triggered it, came back, retesting a resistance line, a support turned resistance, or resistance turned support line now. In this specific instance, it's acting as support, so I scaled in. I expect it to bounce up to the upper resistance line now, where both my take profits will trigger. So all in all, I won't be too sad, if that happens. As you can imagine, that's a pretty good trade for me. I just mentioned the buy box the other day. It was in this tight triangle. If it triggered the buy box, go long, and it did. So I had the buy stop in there, and it just triggered it, and it's a pretty decent start, of profits. It's not where it's supposed to go yet, so we'll leave it there and leave it to keep running. I don't think this run is over. I think this is just a retrace. So I'll leave that to keep running to the upside. And then just keep an eye on it. Watcher will let me know if the trend is changing. If I get these little arrows to the downside again, then I'll get out. So yeah, those are my three trades. I'm worried about this one. I think this will come negative soon if it doesn't reverse on itself again. It could just be a retrace, but the consistent red candles is starting to look more like a reversal. So we are still within the channel, so it could bounce off the bottom here, and if that happens, then obviously I could potentially look to double up, scale in on the Aussie yen as well. So yeah, that's my three positions at the moment. Well, four positions, but three symbols that I'm trading, or instruments that I'm trading at the moment. So that being said, we'll keep an eye on them, but we'll look at the others as well just to see what's happening. So this is still uptrending. I think it's just a little reversal. We've already got some green dojis to confirm, so we should see the stochastic reverse on itself soon. So yeah, I'm pretty confident this is still going up. You're still within. Actually, let's just take this one and shift it. You're still within this channel and doing well, I think. So same thing here. There's your channel. Still within the channel. Aussie Kiwi, same thing. Oh no, we've got another one. Something like that. Aussie dollar. Everything on the Aussie is doing the same thing. It's got a little retrace. I mean, that's why I'm not closing this out. We're still within the channel, so happy with that. Okay, Euro Aussie. That's a channel to the downside. As you can see, we've got this going. It's a little more volatile than the channel I have in here, so maybe drawing the trend line. Maybe drawing the trend line instead, but yeah, it gives you a good indication. It's still on the downside, I think. If Christine Lagarde wasn't going to speak in about 20 minutes, I would have entered. Oh, no, that's not happening 20 minutes. That's happening in an hour or so. Let me just check the time. No, the GDPs is in 20 minutes for the pound, so I could potentially add. Yeah, Christine Lagarde speaking at 9:20. That's 2 hours from now. It's still risky. That's just 2 candles. I'm not confident that this would stay where it is for the next 2 candles. So yeah, I think for now I would just leave this and keep an eye on it. But wait for the speech and then act off the momentum that it creates. Euro Swissy, we're cutting in the middle of the ranging channel that we've had, so it's a pretty big range, but it seems to be respecting it, and you know, it's at median fair value, so not much I can predict from there. Although it looks to be going up, you know, but it's also forming a strange little triangle with rejection wicks and then price bars. So I'll just leave it for now. Euro yen, we've got something like that going. Could be a potential reversal now, so I'd keep an eye on that. Euro dollar, this is a pretty easy one. But again, you know, we've got a speech coming up in 2 hours, so it could go either way. Yeah, it didn't quite trigger my line, and it started ranging. So sadly, this is yeah. I mean, nothing's happening. This is sad for me. Like, you expect so much volume, and then just nothing. So, but it is testing the support levels. So it could break through to the downside now. We'll see. I'm sad it didn't. I mean, usually it triggers the first one at least, but can't get it right every time. I didn't have a trade open in this because I have the trade open, as you know, in this. So, and it's also not quite doing what it's supposed to do there. It is a bit of a disappointment. But what can you do? You know, it's still open, so I'm not giving up on the pound here yet. Well, specifically on pound weakness yet. Okay, so yeah, that was that one. Let's look at Kiwi yen. We've got the same channel as we've had on every other pair, so the yen seems to be doing the same thing across the board. Kiwi dollar, another channel. Easy peasy, right at median, can't really predict it. Yeah, I spoke about dollar CAD before. It's testing the resistance on the upside of the triangle. We could potentially see it break up to the upside and go long. Yeah, I mean, why not? If it does go long, you know, jump on that bandwagon. Okay, here we've got another channel forming, something like that. And here we've got, this is, although it's slightly up, slightly up, it's actually just ranging, but it's ranging inside a channel like this. And the ATR is just too low to really mean anything to me at this point. But I mean, it's ranging up, so maybe you could go long here if you wanted to risk that. I'm just not happy with the amount of moves we're seeing on this. Just bear in mind, if it breaks to the downside now, we could see a long candle like that. But it's a doji at the moment, so I don't see the momentum pushing it just yet. We'll have to wait for market open to see something significant happen. But at the moment, these are all just consolidation candles, because it's been, although the yen is traded in the Asian session, it's only started about here. So we've got some volume in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles when the Asian session started. And now we're kind of in the middle of no man's land. The Asian session is still open. I should have it on one of my charts. There we go. Tokyo session, Sydney session. So that's only 2:45 in the afternoon in Tokyo. So they've still got another about 2 hours left of their session. So we could potentially see this breakdown, but I think more likely it's going to wait for the US session before it starts moving. We've got silver. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of just ranging in this area. We had to trigger this line, and now I do expect it to do a slow move to there, like I said before. We could move this closer. It doesn't have to be all the way over there, does it? Just move it a little closer. Here we go. That's a bit better. Okay, so it's gonna do a let me just see. It's gonna do a channel effect, but something like this. Just adding this roughly. Something like that. It should do something like that. So we've already had this move over there. But I mean, I'm at the moment I'm long on gold. I just don't think gold's gonna shoot through, this big. Let me zoom out so you can see the bigger picture. Gold can't shoot through there just yet. If it does, then yeah, we'll have great moves. At the moment, it's struggling just to get to the middle of it, which is where I'm going to take profit. So, I mean, silver could potentially go back up again, but I mean, it could do this. If you look at the short-term trend, we've got this going. We've got that going in the short term. So there's nothing stopping it from respecting that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. I think at this point in time, we've got this under a lot of pressure. But I mean, gold's doing okay, so maybe silver will make a rebound. and start going up again. If gold reaches this level, obviously silver also has to, but I just want to take profit there. We're close to it, so we could see that soon. Zoom in again. Could see this soon. I hope so, because I've got 2 take profit levels there now. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for the markets or for the charts today. I do hope it helps. If there's anything specific you want me to do a video about, drop me a comment below and I'll look into it. So yeah, good luck and enjoy.